Hello and welcome to this video. My name is David Thorne. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this very simple navigation bar with the navigation links in the middle, and then when you hover over it, it does a nice simple hover effect. And then on the left hand side you've got some branding, and then on the right hand side at the moment just a button, but you get what I'm talking about. There could be a button there, a burger menu or something like that over on the right hand side. But the point of the matter is that everything is nice evenly spaced, all right? And the navigation is in the middle, and the brand stays to the left and that stays to the right. So by the end of this video you'll know exactly how you can do this using Display Flex or Flexbox. Okay, with that said, let's get started. So we'll just quickly delete all the code that we've just done, and if you've got if you want to slow that down and look at it again, you can. So what we want to have first of all is we are just concentrating on the actual navigation bar, right? What comes underneath it down here we really don't care about, because the navigation bar should be its own entity, all right? So we're just going to put it in as the first element within inside the body, and I'm just going to call it container fluid as a class. And this is like Bootstrap, but we're just using Bootstrap's naming convention right now, because if you do use Bootstrap in later dates, then this will be nice and simple. So we're going to add a container, and the container we can, if we want to, position it just a different size depending on what size the device that you're using. In this video we're not going to, but this is where we would set media queries and so on for this one container. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say brand, and this is basically where your brand name is going to go. And at the moment we're just going to put a name. We're not going to put any anchor tags or nothing like that, no links, although you should do, all right? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say button, and this is basically going to be the button to the right hand side, all right? And then in between this we are literally going to say nav bar, and this is going to be called nav, all right? And you could go as far as to name this one up here a nav bar. And inside the nav bar we're going to use, because we've used an unordered list, we're going to use list items, and each list item is going to be then a nav item. And then the anchor tags, which we're just going to use hash for the time being because we're not linking anywhere. And the class we're going to use is nav link, all right? And the first one we're going to do is home, and the next one we're going to do is then services. And just for the sake of adding the third one, just to show you that I made it before the video rather than at the end of the video, we're going to say about, and then contacts. And we look over here and we've got this lovely thing on the right hand side. Okay, so let's now start adding some styling, and I've just left it in the body margin padding because I just want to remove all of that. And what we are going to do is just say up here then font family, we're going to use a Roboto and thin, and the font weight is going to be 500. Okay, so the first thing we want is container fluid, and this is literally going to sit at the top, and we're just going to say width 100%. It's a little bit redundant because it's already going to be 100%. We're just going to say height 120 pixels for now, but we are going to remove this, and we're just going to say background color of let's say 3/6 here, and you can see now we have the navigation bar at the top. Like I said, we're going to remove the height in a minute, and because we don't need it. So the next thing is we're going to say then container. Now the container is going to be the thing that we could just like say width is 1024 pixels, and we could center it, but we're not going to in this example. But this is where you would. This is the thing that you would then use to center it based upon the size of any of the devices. What we are going to use though is Display Flex. And how is this going to help? Well, as you can see, it's already put stuff in a row. So this is already helping us. But now we want to have, like I said, this David's video on the left, the button on the right, and then the navigation in the middle. So we're going to say flex direction, even though we don't have to because it's by default row. But just for the sake of practice, we're going to say flex direction is equal to row. And justify content, this is where the magic comes, all right? We're going to say space evenly, or actually say space between, okay? And when we look at this, you'll see now that David's video is pinned all the way to the leading side of it, or the starting side. Button is pinned to the right-hand side, and the navigation is in the middle, okay? So let's now give this the color of white, right, for all of the text here. And we'll just start by doing the brand first of all, and also then the button. We can just do the font size of this. I'm going to say font size, I don't know, it's 2M, see what that's like. That looks pretty good. And so what we want this is to be like, display is flex, and then justify content is going to be center, and then the button, we want it to be aligned to the right. Okay, so we're going to say display, oh sorry, my mistake, justify content flex ends, and then we're going to say, and then brand in here is then going to be flex start, because we're by default going to be row, so we are the justify content is always going in the axis of that. And then we're going to say align items is going to be then center, and this can actually sit in here. And now we should see that they're sitting at the beginning and at the end. And now we want to add just a little bit of padding. On the button, we're going to say padding right. I'm going to say like 1 em. That looks good. And then on the brand, we're just going to say padding left. So we're going to do the exact opposite of 1 em as well. And now we've moved it nicely. All right. So next thing we're going to do is just do this navigation bar in the middle. And this is done really easily too. So we're just going to say a UL and navigation, or sorry, nav bar nav. And this is also going to be display flex. And as we know, let's move this up a little bit. As we know, flex direction is by default row, but we're going to do it anyway. Save, and we can see everything is in horizontally aligned now. And we're going to say list style type is equal to none to remove them, and we'll say padding is equal to 0, and margin is equal to 0 too. And we're happy with that. The text is still pretty small, so we'll say font size is equal to 2ems. That's looking better. Now what we want to do is give the nav link some color. I'm going to say color white. Text decoration is none to get rid of that underlining. And we want to say display block right on this, because we want to be able to use padding top and bottom. So we're going to say padding top and bottom is going to be then 0.4 ems, and then 1.5 is on left and right. Now if we didn't say the display block, the vertical padding wouldn't work here. All right. So now we've done that, we want to basically say, well, if we know that the padding is 100%, we don't actually really have to do much else, because the padding is going to fulfill this. So if we just say background color on the LI, right, which is the nav item, you can see that we get the background color, which is of the LI. Now, if we now say when the nav link is going to be hovered on, all right, and we're going to say we want to say color. No, we want to say background color is going to be white, and then the color is going to be the background color, which is 555 or 666. Which, what did I put? 666. I did it. Which is then this. Okay. So now when we hover over these, we can see we get that nice color instead. Okay. So let's now remove this height of it, and now we can see what if we moved too much stuff there. Just the height we want to get rid of. Okay, now we have literally what it is that we wanted. We've got this nice navigation bar, and maybe the text is a little bit too big, but let's just say 1.5. See, that looks a little bit better. And then the actual button is going to be 1.5 too. That looks a bit better. But let's remove this background color of the nav item. And now you have this nice, stylish, if we make the padding a little bit bigger on top and bottom, there we go, a nice stylish navigation bar. Super simple to do, and you see I don't know how many minutes that took to do, and it's all nice and easy. So even if we add another button with inside contact, and I don't say like it may be like information, I don't know, they just adds it nicely in the middle, not a problem. And if you want to add some more buttons, let's just say if we just said button 1, and then put in button 2 on this side, button 2, we can see here that it doesn't stop it from doing it over there, and the brand is still there. So you can basically understand that this will work exactly how you want to. With that said, this is a super simple tutorial to show you how to do a navigation bar, use an unordered list with Flexbox, yeah, it's as simple as that. And I just thought it would be good to go over this once again to show you how quick and easy this actually is. With that said, thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, please think about giving it a like or subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when any new videos are released. And if you've got any form of feedback or any ideas or any critics about the video or my instructional techniques and so on, please feel free to put them in the comment section down below. Other than that, I wish you a nice day, and thanks very much, and bye-bye.